Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and welcome to the special Black Friday edition of the show. What's going on? My name is Mike Deblak, and on this channel, I show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. And in the spirit of Black Friday, we've got some amazing deals for you. I've scoured all the builders, their websites, their incentives, everything, and I'm going to show you guys 8 awesome deals that are out there in the spirit of Black Friday. We're talking 4+ homes with savings north of $80,000, including 2 of them that are more than $100,000 in savings. We've got 4 model homes up for sale. These are fully landscaped, like top of the line. Like literally the house I'm going to show you is the house you can buy from this video that are available for quick move-ins. Having said that, all the houses, all these deals that I'm talking about are really for quick move-ins that are going to happen by the end of the year. Having said that, as I mentioned, a lot of these houses are available at other communities that are, maybe if you're looking to buy in the spring or next summer, these floor plans could be available then. We've also got some other really cool incentives. One builder is offering 3.99% rate. We got another builder that's going to pay your first 3 payments. A couple of these communities with no HOA. We got a single-story floor plan with a next-gen suite. We've even got something starting under $400,000, so stick around because that one's at the very end. And these aren't the only deals that are out there. These are just 8 of the top ones that I kind of narrowed down to fit into like an hour and a half video for you guys. There's plenty more, so if you want to see all the deals that are out there, make sure you go ahead and reach out. The other thing, if you like anything you see in this video, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is going to be on the screen right now, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's one of these communities or somewhere else. We even have a 55+ home that I'm going to show you guys. But if you're not a 55+ person, don't worry about it because that floor plan is available at other spots as well. So we've got a little bit of something for everyone in this video. Well, like I said, whether you're 55+ looking for the active lifestyle, maybe you're someone who's downsizing, empty nester, maybe you got a growing family like how I was when I moved out here 5 years ago and you just want more bang for your buck, more space for compared to what you can get in LA, Orange County, or San Diego. Or maybe you're someone who's just getting your life started and you want to maybe you work from home and you want that lower payment and you have the ability to work somewhere where you're commuting maybe 1 or 2 days a week, or maybe completely remote. So like I said, there's something here for everybody. I'm gonna have the chapters listed on this video, so if a certain house is not your cup of tea, just skip to the next chapter, not a big deal. But as I mentioned, a lot of these houses are available at a bunch of different communities. Before we go ahead and get the show on the road, I do want to remind you guys that this is the show I post every single Saturday, except for today because of the Black Friday special. All right, but this is a show I post every single weekend, Saturdays at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff where we're doing new houses, new communities, showing you what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal, if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, let's get into it. Alrighty, so first up, we're going to head into the house that has the largest amount of savings in this video. We're heading over to the city of Perris at Stratford Place. This is actually where the first 4 houses in this video are going to be over in Perris. They are closing out this community, so they have amazing deals right now. So on top of like the savings I'm about to mention, they have their normal like builder or the builder buyer lender incentives as well. So these are going to be about $17,000 for buying down the rate or for helping out with closing costs. All right, so first up, we're going to see the Preston. It's $830,000. This is the model home that is for sale. So backyard landscaping, everything you see. This is the actual house that is for sale for $830,000. There are $108,000 in savings here. They initially wanted almost $940,000 for this house. All right, so $108,000 in savings. You got 5 beds, 3.5 baths, 2,845 square feet. You got a 3-car garage on this one. And if you don't like Perris, this one's also available in Menifee over at Banner Park. So anyways, let's go on and see this model home.
Let's go ahead and kind of just take a peek here. Once again, these houses just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I really like both these builds on these houses and kind of how they just pop off the streets. They did a great job landscaping the model. And then once again, this is going to be the garage area. Obviously, if people ask me, that's why I'm saying this. So they do remove the fence. All right, they're going to remove the fence around, and then they're going to turn this into a garage. So that's kind of how that works. And we'll walk on into this thing. Nice little entryway. Kind of pop a color on that door. All right, there we go. This feels nice in here. Ooh, that is dope. I love that. Super cool use of space there. It really like opens this whole area up. All right, so I'm just kind of admiring the entrance. And then up top, we get that overlook here, stairs there, but we're gonna start off to the left. All right, we're gonna start off over here. We got bedroom number 1. All right, this does feel a little tight. I like to keep it real with you guys. I think that's why you guys like watching my videos, because I tell you the truth. I'm not gonna just sit here and say, oh, it's an amazing room. All right, so it does feel a little small. The furniture is kind of big, so depending on what you would use this room for, right, it's a great size for like a home office, if that's kind of something you're gonna do, or maybe just like a guest bedroom, you know, where someone just needs to sleep occasionally, right? But you know, it does feel a little tight, but I think it's mainly because of the size of the furniture. All right, you got your double closet slider doors there. We're gonna have bathroom 1 right here. All right, so you just got, you know, the standard stuff. You do the medicine cabinet there. And then you got your shower tub combo right there. Storage closet area here. Man, that was super cool. I really like that. All right, we're flowing back further to the house. Go to the right here. All right, so that is the garage entrance right here. So it's currently the sales office. I love this little mud area. I call it, it's not really a mud room, but it's a little get ready, hang your coats, take your shoes off type of thing. If you're a take your shoes off type of person. All right, across the way here, we're gonna have our storage closet / kids movie theater. All right, if you're brand new to this channel, you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Extras. We call this a movie theater for my kids. So it's funny when I go out with you guys to actually see these houses. Whenever there's one of those, it fires me up when the 2 things that you guys always do when we go out and see, you guys always do on your own. You call that a movie theater, and you guys always do the spin test on your own. So I really like that. So anyways, there we go. So we got our living room right here. Nice little pocket living room. Kind of panning it around. You got that big window looking out to the backyard. And our dining area over there. And then we've got a pretty good sized kitchen. I'm gonna get a pantry door right there, I'm sure, but I should kind of show you guys everything. I like those cool little light fixtures. Then we got a coffee station set up. I like that. That's pretty cool. The dining area here, set up there for a little chandelier lights coming down. All right, you got your covered patio up here. I keep trying. Yep, they're all locked. I want to show you guys that backyard. But you guys can really enjoy like outdoor life at nighttime out here, especially during the day. It's a little bit too hot, but if you like, you know, spice up your backyard a little bit, it can be really enjoyable at night with, you know, really nice weather and that, you know, desert breeze and beautiful sunsets. All right, so here I'll go kind of back over to that kitchen area here. The fridge, our appliances. So you got your microwave, you got your oven, lots of counter space, lots of cabinets. I'll show you guys a taste of everything here, how it all looks and feels and everything. I'm going to tell you my biggest complaint here, all right, is if someone's here in the kitchen doing dishes, something, like the TV that they have set up is on that wall, so it's like not the most desirable setup. All right, it would be fine if it was like where that clock is over there, maybe. That's just me being picky though. Overall, it's a really, you know, big living area downstairs. And we'll check out the pantry. Just like a normal walk-in, pop-in pantry. Not spectacular, but you know, there's enough space there. All right, let's go on upstairs now. All right, as I walk upstairs, I want to remind you guys what I always do. All right, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like this sort of stuff where I tour new houses, new builds, new communities, kind of show you guys what's what, show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like this stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in the SoCal area. All right, anyways, here we go. We are at the top of the stairs. I'm a little bit out of breath, but we got a really good sized loft area here. Lots of windows, even kind of above the stairs over there in the entryway. Lots of windows, let natural light in here. Really good sized loft area. Really big. I'm gonna show you that. And then I was gonna show you the backyard, but I guess not the best spot to do so. All right, so save the master. All right, so right off the loft here, we're gonna have our laundry room upstairs. You got your utility sink here. You know, that is an upgrade, typically. You get your washer dryer hookups. So I'm almost positive this thing probably just comes this big with that right there and that right there. All right, I highly doubt it comes with the utility sink, but you guys can pay to get that in there if you'd like. Come on over here. We're gonna have our next bathroom. So you got one sink here, big old mirror. All right, but I do, once again, love the privacy aspect of, you have multiple kids like I do. I got 4 of them, right? And one day all 4 of them getting ready together. Like I'm gonna need to have 2 sinks, or at the very least, this. I know at my house right now I do have this, so I don't say I need to have it. I've already got it, and it's very nice. I can tell you from experience. All right, so you get just kind of standard bathroom there with that privacy aspect. All right, and then we got 3 bedrooms kind of here, so I'll just go to this one. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot the bedroom count. So editors, put the bedroom count. All right, so this one's pretty big, really wide, really good size for kind of a secondary bedroom. Lots of, you know, space at the foot of the bed, on both sides. You got this window here, looking out to the front of the house. Kind of see who's coming over. Like, do I want to go downstairs or not? Depending who's here. All right. All right, we're gonna have our next bedroom right next door to that. So another really decent sized bedroom. They got 2 windows letting that natural light in. Spin it around here. Really cool setup there. I dropped my paper, so I'm gonna get it. All right, we're gonna go to the next bedroom up here. Once again, just kind of the same as the other 2. Really good size. Got that natural light coming in there. Now, if you're too close to another neighbor, this is on the side of the house, it might eat up some of that light, but this one looks to have maybe a better closet. Maybe. Little pop-in closet there. And it looks like we have a little storage closet at the end of the hallway here. Yeah, a little linen closet there. All right, now for the master bedroom. All right, so we walk into the master. It's pretty secluded from, you know, what I'll call the kids' rooms or the other rooms. Wow, this thing's humongous. I love the bed frame and all that stuff too. All right, so you got lots of natural light here. You got the window there, you got the window there, you got a window in the corner over here. So lots of light coming through, really big room, set up perfectly for that TV right there. All right, so really good size master. We'll walk on to the master bathroom now. All right, so you got the his and her sinks. You got that shower tub combo, that black trim, which I love. I always point it out. Those windows out there, so maybe put some blinds or shutters there if you're gonna be a bather. All right, you've got the linen closet there. We're gonna have our throne area right here. And then we've got our walk-in closet. Right, so pretty decent size. You kind of got like a his and her side, and then you got these shelves in the middle. All right, so pretty solid size there. That basically wraps this one up.
So next up, we're gonna stay in Perris. All right, we got another model home for sale. This one right here is gonna be the Exeter. This is a single-story floor plan. Like I said, models for sale. It's gonna be 3 beds, 2 baths, 2,262 square feet. This one right now, they are asking $690,000. That is $81,000 in savings, all right, because they initially wanted this one for over $770,000. So $81,000 in savings on this one. This is the actual home. Once again, all right, most of the time I film these, and it's like I tour the model home, and you can buy like a spec home out in the community. You're actually getting the model home in this one in a no HOA community. So Exeter, this one's also available in Lake Elsinore and Hemet if those areas interest you more. So anyways, let's go ahead and check this one out.
All right, so we'll look up here, just kind of just look at the exterior of the house for you. We'll walk on up. So a nice little entryway right here. It feels really good because it's shaded from the heat today. Walk on in. Nice. It's a very welcoming entrance right here. Really good welcoming entrance. Walking through, got this little mirror here. We're gonna turn to the right. All right, so once again, we got our little den area, office, however you want to get this set up. This is kind of like the equivalent of what a loft is in a 2-story house. All right, so kind of just an extra living space, extra living area. I like the way they set this one up. It almost feels like a you ever go to a hotel lobby and they got little soft stuff off to the side, by like the not like by the lobby food mart type thing, but like I don't know, kind of at a business center you can hang out or something. Anyways, just rambling. All right, so we got 2 sinks here for bathroom number 1. I always point this out, the privacy here, because if you got kids getting ready in the morning, you can people, on each sink, or have that privacy to close this separate door and go to the bathroom, take a shower, bath, whatever. And then obviously brushing your teeth, wash your face, do your hair, all that sort of stuff. All right, then we're gonna have bedroom 1 right here. It's just kind of like, either it's a little bit smaller or there's like lots of bulky furniture in here. Got that window going out to the side yard. Nice little cozy setup. Doesn't feel like the most space, but if you're just sleeping in here, that's all that matters, right? Oh, it is kind of more of like a walk-in closet type thing. I always call them pop-in closets, so you take 1 step in, but I got like a couple steps in here. So kind of, sort of a walk-in closet for this bedroom. All right, we'll go down the hallway here. We're gonna have a little storage closet right there with the shelves. And then we come here to bedroom number 2. All right, this one, I'm gonna say it feels bigger than the last one, but I know it's not because the other one just had that, big piece of furniture sticking out here, that dresser or whatever. So actually feels like a normal sized room now that I'm walking into this one. All right, and then again, you're gonna have that walk-in, pop-in closet type thing. Right, so you got your areas to hang, shelves at the top, room on the floor. All right, and then they got our TV setup already done. Love it. All right, so let's go back to the main part of the house now. It's hot today, so I'm like going athletic. All right, here we go. So we got our laundry room right here. Your hookups there. You got your shelf up top. This is probably what it like is stock, right? You have your laundry hookups, and you have like 1 shelf up here like this. We saw in the other one, they got like a utility sink and stuff like that. There's probably ways to upgrade that if you buy dirt. All right, this is the garage entrance, used as a private office right now, but that would be the garage entry. Oh, I didn't even notice this in the way in the kind of the decorative walls there. That's kind of cool. All right, so as we walk further back here, as we approach the main living area, we got our little jacket closet thing, coat closet. All right, and we come back here, and this feels like a very similar setup to the one we were just in a second ago. So I'll kind of just do a quick pan. All right, to kind of show you guys this whole area. You get the master back there, but we do have our living room right here set up pretty nicely. Really big, feels bigger than the last one. All right, we've got our dining area. Like I said, very similar layout to that first house that we saw today. And then you do have this massive kitchen island. I was compartmentalizing my words there as I stared into the pantry for a second. So really cool island here. I love the colors of this one versus the one we were just in. We kind of just walk through the kitchen here. Giant sink with that upgraded faucet and sink. I love the white cabinets. I love the countertops, the backsplash. All right, you've got. All right, I'm gonna point this out because someone said it in one of my videos before. All right, they said like, oh, there's no microwave. This is the microwave. They're more sleek and modern looking. So you got the microwave here. All right, you've got your oven right here. All right, and then you've got your stovetop over there. You got that hood up top too. So lots of different options you can, have in these houses with this builder. And then you got a pretty good sized little walk-in pantry. Not as big as the other one, but there's definitely enough space unless you're like a professional chef or a professional snack eater. All right, so let's go on and walk. Oh, let's just show the backyard on this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. I wanted to point that out. So, all right, dining area. Let's talk about that for a second. So dining area, I really like the setup. They have those light fixtures. And then I kind of like this little table and that giant mirror. I think it adds a lot of depth to the room, makes it feel bigger than it probably is, but really cool design. Whoever did the design, kudos. Alrighty, so almost the same backyard as the other one, just a little bit different. Once again, these come as blank canvases. Do what you please back here. And you're just gonna get like one little piece of concrete back there, concrete slab. All right, let's go see that master bedroom. Alrighty, so we'll walk in. I like that pop of color with that wall. We'll walk into the master bedroom, a really good sized master here. A little accent wall behind there. The windows letting the natural light in. So the TV goes, you know, peeping out to the backyard as well. All right, walk into the master bathroom. We got our his and her sinks. You got your medicine cabinet, big old mirror there. I do like the use of that plan. That's kind of a cool decorative piece. We got a storage closet right here. You've got your shower, this little, you know, stand-up shower with that bench. Turn the corner here. It's the uniquely designed bathroom. We got our throne area right there. And then we've got our walk-in closet. All right, this is much bigger than the one we were just in a second ago. You still have those shelves right here, but I can for sure do the spin test in here, and I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna spin. There we go. Boom. It works. Alrighty. All right, so this one, whoops, bumped into the wall. Dizzy. All right, this one right here was called the Exeter.
All right, so I got a little helper on this one. This is Rome, it's my little guy. He's going to be 2 years old at the end of this year. So anyways, our next house is going to be the Visionary. Once again, at Stratford Place in Perris. This is another model home available. Now, the Visionary is Pulte Homes, one of their like staple homes. It's in almost all of their communities. So this one's also going to be available Banner Park. They also have quick move-ins available in Lake Elsinore and in Riverside. Okay, so the Visionary is going to be 5 beds, 3 baths. So you're going to have a loft, a flex area on top of that, 2,824 square feet. All right, and this one right now, they're asking in Perris $775,000 for the model home, and this is $41,000 in savings. So they were initially asking for over $800,000. So anyways, let's dive in and take a peek.
All right, so I mean, immediately just go into that curb appeal from the street, the 2 stories there. They're gonna have different elevations as we go. Now, this is the sales office, and this will be a garage. They'll remove the gate and all that good stuff. All right, you're gonna have a nice little porch area here, right? Depending on the elevation that you get. A lot of people really like that idea of maybe having some chairs out here and kind of just, you know, staring out at the street. I kind of like the landscaping in the desert style. It's kind of an adjustment for some people if you're not moving from from the desert to the desert. All right, let's go on into the house now. All right, so right as we come in, all right, we've got a really cool downstairs area. So we've got a little den, office, study area down here. I'm guessing this could potentially be turned into a another bedroom with that whole area here, that window looking out the front. So really good amount of space right here. We'll flow on into the rest of the house. All right, so we've got our kitchen. I'll go back there in a second because I just want to do a quick little like pan type thing for you. So kitchen, little dining area set up. We've got our living room, and it looks like we got some living stuff back over here. But let's start in the kitchen. All right, so you got your cabinets, you got your backsplash there. They're really tying in that gray and that tan and everything. My wife's the design person. I personally am not a fan of the combination, but I'm gonna show my wife and see what she thinks. If you guys, I don't know, let me know. Do you guys like this or not? Put in the comments. All right, we do have our little pop-in pantry right here. We've got a really good sized island. I mean, this thing's massive. You got the upgraded sink there. I love the black faucet. Really nice. Everything set up here. And we got all our other cabinets and stuff right here. All right, then I did mention that whole dining area that's right here, but just look at this. This is just a really nice setup where you got this big old island, and then you got your TV and your living room set up there. So everyone that's in this whole downstairs area is kind of like all part of the party, no matter where you're at. So whether you're in the kitchen, the living room, or this dining area, everyone's kind of part of the action. And I'm really loving the light fixtures that they're putting up this community. All right, so you got your living room right here. Nice stuff. We got a big old window looking out to the backyard. And we got our slider right here going out to the back. I want to show you guys the backyard. Will they let me? They won't let me. I really want to show you guys the backyard because these ones are huge. All right, so the drone shots will have to show you guys just the shape of these ones. All right, so there's not a lot of space, particularly right here from the, you know, there to the back wall, but it extends out. So hopefully the drone shot gives you guys some motivation or inspiration or whatever. All right, so let's walk on over back this way. All right, so we're gonna have our garage entrance right here, which is the sales office. We got our little mini movie theater here, the storage under the stairs. You're gonna have bathroom number 1 right here. I do like that the cabinets here match the cabinets in the kitchen. They're really going for that combo. All right, so here's a normal bathroom here. We're gonna have bedroom number 1. It's just standard size bedroom, feels like. And maybe show you kind of some of the side of the house still on this one. I mean, it is the model, so it's not exactly what you're gonna get. But you can see it kind of wraps around you, like cement on the side of the house in the seating area. Anyways, yeah, it's just standard closet over there. Get those wooden closet doors. All right, well, let's go on upstairs now. All right, as I'm walking upstairs, I want to use this time just to remind you guys, if you like anything you see, go ahead and reach out. My phone number is going to be on the screen right now. All right, you want someone on your side of this transaction while you're looking for houses. And I know about all these new builds all over this area. So if this isn't your spot, right, I've got on the channel tons and tons of videos, but I'd love to help you out. I'm taking people out like not only getting calls like basically every day, but I'm taking people out almost every day now. So whether you're coming out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, you want to schedule some time, reach out and get on my calendar. Let's talk, let's connect. Anyways, top of the stairs now. We got a nice big loft area. Really a second living area. This is real cool setup here for this loft. And you got these big old windows. Then you might have some nice views depending where in the community you get. All right, and people always talk, this is a good example. People always talk about how hot it is here, but you do have that desert breeze. So yes, like today is probably around 100 degrees. You got a nice little desert breeze. It's not like Arizona where it feels like you have an oven blowing on your face. It's a little bit of a cooler breeze. Alrighty, so on the other side of the stairs, we're gonna have our laundry room. It's got your washer dryer hookups. Once again, the standard thing's gonna be that shelf up there. And they probably got options for a utility sink and stuff like that. We'll go down this hallway. We're gonna have bedroom number 2 right here. Really wide bedroom. Pretty wide, you got that window looking out to the front of the house. Nice little setup there. You got a closet. I'll show you guys this for a sec. There's kind of a smaller closet door, but it looks like it probably extends a little bit back there. So walk on through. Bedroom 3. Ooh, this is a cool setup. Aside from the fact that it's baseball, I'm a baseball guy. Oh, look at that, the stadiums. Real quick, side note. One of these summers, when my kids are off school, I'm gonna get an RV and I'm gonna go to all 30 stadiums in one summer. So yeah, that's kind of like one of my bucket list things to do. Anyways, all right, so really cool setup here. I kind of like the L-shaped beds in the corner. My brother and I, we used to share a room growing up, and we kind of had a little bit of a similar setup. But yeah, so this is kind of sort of bringing back some memories in the baseball and the shapes of the beds. Nice setup here. And when you do this, you got like all this floor space. There's so much room for activities. All right, let's go into our next spot. All right, we'll save the master for later. Let's just do this. Let's go to bedroom 4, I believe. All right, so get this one all painted out pink and stuff. This one feels really big. All right, really good sized room. Ooh, that is cool. That kind of distressed looking dresser. I like that one. You got this big window looking out to the street. Clear skies today. Actually, today would be a great lake day. It really is. All right, so come here. We're gonna go to our next bathroom right here. I believe this is bathroom number 2. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of when they put the one sink but not the other. There's so much like wasted counter space. They could clearly put another one right here. Maybe it's an option, but yeah. So anyways, for now in this model, you got the one sink, and then you've got your medicine cabinet, big old mirror, lots of cabinets below, and then you still have that separation here, which I like. Separation and privacy for someone going to the bathroom or taking a shower, and other people that need the sink and stuff. That's set up there. All right, and now, oops, did I miss this closet? I missed this closet. So a little like, I don't know, a pretty good sized linen closet there. Now we'll walk into the master. And this thing's pretty big. This is huge. All right, so really, really wide. I mean, just notice, obviously it's a huge bed, but then you got those big dressers on the side or nightstands and lots of space between you know, the wall, the nightstand there, and even more from the nightstand on the edge of the wall over there. You got a nice little seating area. I used to be an English teacher. You'd think I know, but I haven't taught in like 5 years, so all my grammar's gone out the window. I like this. You can sit out here, and if you're kind of on the edge of the community, you can look at some stuff, or kind of out in the distance. Those clouds are pretty cool. Looks like they're painted. Oh, here's a good shot of the backyard for you. See, this is the side of that backyard. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Lots of space that way too. So yeah, I just want to show you that backyard. Anyways, all right. So you got a little setup here. We'll walk into the master bathroom. All right. So we got the his and her sinks. Big old mirror, medicine cabinet. Got that black trim on that shower. I love that. And even the black faucets and towel hangers right here. Kind of really ties into the black handles and faucets on the sinks over here. I love that. You got a throne area right here. Oh, even the toilet paper. Oh, all black. Love it. All right, and we'll go into our walk-in closet here. All right, so this is a pretty good sized walk-in closet. All right, this builder does a lot of these built-in shelves, and you'll notice in a lot of them. So we're gonna do that spin test. All right, we're gonna do the spin test. All right, I'm using a gimbal today for the first time. I got it for my birthday a couple weeks ago, and I think I figured it out. But if you got dizzy there and the camera shot up, all right, I don't know, I'm learning. Oops, I keep getting dizzy today. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. All right, here we go. This one right here was the Visionary.
Next up, we've got our last home over in Perris. This is one of the best single-story floor plans in the whole area. We are going to check out the Easton right now. Once again, it's a model home for sale, so the actual house that I'm touring in this next video is the actual house that's available. So we got the Easton. It's going to be 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,641 square feet. You're going to have an in-law / next-gen suite here, which is really, really cool for if you got like that mother-in-law suite you're looking for, or if you maybe want that rental income down the road. All right. This right here is also available at Trailview at Cimarron Ridge, which is a brand new community in Menifee that just opened up. But this house we're looking at right now is going to be $709,000, and that is $84,000 in savings. So this one was initially, all right, just under $800,000. So anyways, let's dive in and check this one out.
One thing to note with this particular floor plan is there's an option to make this a next-gen suite. All right, so as we walk up right here, all right, there's an option to add a door on the outside over here, so where there's a separate entrance, and this is basically one of the only single-story next-gen options in the Inland Empire. All right, so come on in here and check this baby out. And at first, we'll just pan to the right and kind of just check out. I'm gonna bypass some stuff. All right, this is basically where that next-gen area would be. So we're going to start off with the next gen area. So there's going to be a door here separating basically that unit if you chose to do this. Now, you could leave this house as is right here. All right, just the way it's laid out in this model. It's not modeled as a next gen unit right now. All right, but I know there's lots of people looking for single story next gens. All right, so this could be laid out as one of those. But if you don't want that door and you want to keep it all part of the house, that's fine too. So anyways, let me scoot back and restart. So once again, we are kind of at this next gen spot here. So you walk in right here, and we're gonna have a little like storage closet area. Right here, we're gonna have this bathroom area. So this is gonna be one of the next gen bathrooms, the next gen suite, or we can call it bathroom number 1. All right, if you're not gonna make it a next gen suite, all right, we'll call this bedroom number 1 or the next gen bedroom. Pretty good size here, nice and wide. Not a whole lot of room at the foot of the bed here. All right, but this is a bigger bed than they normally use in some of these models, and kind of just see the nightstands on each side. I like that accent wall up there. You got that chandelier hanging down. And then you got this nice window letting some natural light in, looking out to the front of the house. Got your sliding closet doors over here. Some cool little art there. Alrighty, then over here is kind of like the next gen living room, or like a secondary living room area. All right, if you're not going to make this that next gen suite. So the door I mentioned would be basically right behind where this lamp is. Then you have the option to put like a kitchenette along this wall here. So there are some options there. A nice little feel to this, the way it's currently set up. Nice big secondary living area. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna go back to the front of the house, to the door we opened. All right, to the front entrance, right here, boom. All right, so we're back to the front. I'm not gonna go to the next gen area, but I do wanna turn here to this little flex room over here. So it's a nice little like office they have right on the entryway. All right, so there's no doors here, right, when it's used as the flex space. And then you got this window kind of looking out to the entryway to the house by that front door. Just a nice little spot here. This would be a good office space to hang out and get some work done if you work from home. All right, almost like a study or something like that. All right, and then right here, we're gonna have what I'm gonna call bedroom number 2 for the purpose of this video. All right, so got bedroom number 2 right here. All right, it is kind of, and I'm gonna say awkward shape, but uniquely shaped. Right, there's the flat wall right here. All right, and kind of just bends around here. All right, and this one you can see has the ensuite bathroom right there, which I'll get into in a second. All right, so you do have an ensuite bathroom on this one. All right, and there will be a door on this one, however. All right, they just don't want kids slamming fingers at the models. All right, so you get your normal shower tub combo, all that kind of stuff. I do like that accent wall there, and it matches the accent wall in the actual room. Turn this thing around. Not like a really, there's not like a really good spot to put a TV. With all the different doors and curves on the wall. I don't know what you would do, but that's not for me to decide. All right, so walk on past here. So we're back at the front door here. I'm gonna walk to the left now. All right, so this will be our garage access. All right, remember, we've got a 3-car garage. All right, there's an option probably, I'm guessing. All right, we got our coat closet right here. Laundry room right as we enter from the garage area. So you got those hanging cabinets up top, utility sink right here, and then you got the washer dryer hookups. I like the flooring on this model. Oh, that's kind of cool as you enter, to put like a spot to hang your coats or jackets or whatever. All right, now we're getting down to the normal part of the house. So this is a beautiful entryway. I like the way they got this decorated with like this like paneling going down. Nice entryway table. Cool little art right there. Going back here, and we're gonna see this giant great room. This is humongous, guys. Wow, this is super cool. All right, so we got our living room area right here, and as I always like to point out, all right, those rugs do so much for the area. All right, so really cool there. Got that chandelier up top as well, and then they continue with that paneling like as an accent wall all the way along that wall where the TV is. All right, and then they got the two like entertainment center dresser things side by side. Just makes this room look really grand. All right, same thing with these coffee tables. That's just kind of like a designer hack, is to get 2 of the same, put them next to each other, and it looks super, super grand and luxurious. All right, got these 2 windows looking out to the backyard. All right, there's some rooms back there we'll check out in a sec. All right, but I want to kind of just show you guys the kitchen. I'll do a quick little pan of the kitchen before I walk through it. And then we've got our pantry right here. Huge pantry. So much space in here. Like, yeah, it's humongous. So lots of shelving space and even really floor space. Even on top of the shelves up there. All right, we have this really good sized island. All right. The executive island here with those little leg posts. All right, but they got 3 seats here. They're kind of on the wider side. You might be able to squeeze a 4th in. And then I love those pendant lights hanging down. Oh, that's kind of unique the way those cabinets are over there. Got the extended cabinets up top. Then they got the countertop and that extended backsplash with the slab up there. Really nice feel to this. All right, and then this is going to be the chef's kitchen. All right, that's one of the upgrades they've got. All right, so this is a kind of just a better, better kitchen with that hood and that stovetop. All right, you got your schmancy microwave up top here, and then we got our oven right here. I'll show you guys the sink and this island and everything. So giant sink here. Love the faucet. Some more storage on the island right here. And then this just flows really nicely. You can hang out at the island. You got people in the living room. You got the dining area over here. So just a really nice open field for this living area right here. We'll go on this way. We've got another window looking out to the side of the house. Then we've got our intended or designated dining area. So we got room for a nice table right off the island there and kind of behind the couches for the living room. And I like that little piece. It's always, I don't want to say hard, but naked walls are no fun. All right. So it's cool to have some nice decorations there. Alrighty, and then I'm not going to go in the backyard on this one, all right, but they do come as blank canvases. All right, a lot of the backyards in this community actually have huge lots. All right, the single-story floor plans, all right, it's, the square footage is all on one level versus the two-story ones are kind of stacked on top of each other. So the single-story floor plans have less backyard space than the two-story ones. All right, so that's just something to consider, but I do know there's people out there that hate having to maintain and build the backyard, so just food for thought. All right, so I'm going to walk on over here to the back half of the house where we've got a few things. So let's see what we got here. All right, so to the right, I'm going to have like another little storage closet type thing. We've got our next bathroom here. This is, I believe, our third bathroom, if I'm counting correctly. Whatever number the editors put, run with that. All right, but just kind of a normal standard bathroom. All right, you got your mirror, your medicine cabinet, sink, toilet, and then that shower tub combo. All right, we've got our next bedroom right here. Really good sized room. There's like lots of space on the sides of the bed, and then also at the foot of the bed. All right, you got one thing I just noticed, the nice tall ceilings here. This is probably, I'm gonna guess, 9-foot ceilings. Right, and then we've got a little pop-in closet right here. The racks and the rods that hang stuff. All right. Oh, I probably didn't put that on the other way, but I really like the art piece kind of right here. So it's like, it's designed for the hallway, but you can still, you still see it from like the living room area. Anyways, we'll walk on into the master bedroom. Really good sized room. And they chose different accent colors, so they kind of got that gray color for accent wall here. Once again, that nice little kind of rug in there on the hardwood floor. The nightstands on both sides. Nice big window looking out into the backyard. Oh, I kind of like that little top too. Yeah, so this has just got a nice feel to it. And it's kind of secluded and at the back of the house. All right, but if you had a young kid and you're kind of worried about it, you could throw them in that first room that was like right off the side there. And then the rest of the house is kind of secluded. All right, and then we're gonna walk into our master bathroom. Now there will be no door here. All right, it's even honestly really even hard to put one here with the, you guys can't see it from the thing probably, but there's like there's an angle to this wall. All right, so it's probably even harder to do a barn door type thing. But anyways, you walk in here, master bathroom. So you got the dual sinks, giant mirror, medicine cabinet. They got some cool flooring in here as well. You've got the soaking tub, the walk-in shower. Over here, we've got our throne area. All right, probably the right amount of space. Sometimes these little throne areas have like 5 feet in front of the toilet. Like you just need to get in there and do your business and get out. Alrighty, and then over here, we're gonna have our walk-in closet. All right, one thing I love about Pulte is they've got these like built-in shelves in the showers, in the closets. All right, some other builders do like their basic stuff is kind of like a wired shelf and stuff like that. So, I know a lot of my clients love Pulte in their closets, and they probably have some of the best standard closets out of all the new builders in the area. So anyways, lots of space in this closet. All right, so that wraps this baby up. Again, this is the Easton.
All right, so next up, we're going to head to the Del Webb 55 plus community in Cimarron Ridge in the city of Menifee. Now, if you're not someone that's looking in the 55 plus type of community, still stick around because the floor plan right here, the Stella, is available at other communities as well. So yes, the one I'm showing you in this next video is going to be at the 55 plus community, but it's also available in other spots. So the main one I can think of is Banner Park over in Menifee. I've sold a couple of these. in a great location in Menifee. But what we're showing you today is in the 55 plus community, the Stella, 3 beds, 2.5 baths, 2,191 square feet. And this one is discounted $100,000. So they're asking $550,000. This one was initially priced out at $650,000. And once again, in this 55 plus community, it's going to be gated. You're going to have pool, spa, pickleball courts, clubhouse, all kinds of stuff for the active lifestyle. So anyways, let's head over to Del Webb and check out this 55 plus community.
All right, as I mentioned on the intro, some of these houses or these floor plans are available at other communities. This is one of them. So it's always good to see kind of a different layout here. There's different options, different styles on the inside. So, you know, even if you're not someone who's looking for a 55 plus community, this could be a good little walkthrough for you. So we'll open the door here. This nice wide entryway hallway as we enter. All right, we'll look to the right first though. A couple bedrooms over here. So, all right, you got bedroom number 1 right here. This thing feels really big. I like the setup of this. A little bunk bed with a little desk station underneath. Really good sized room. I like the way they decorated this as well. Got that window looking out to the front. And then we're gonna have our little pop-in closet right here. I really like just the design, the design of this room. I feel like when I was a teenager, I would have liked, or maybe not a teenager, but middle school or something. I don't know. Now, bedroom number 1. All right, we'll go over here to bedroom number 2. So you got 2 bedrooms right at the front of the house, really, right as we enter. And this one feels a tad smaller, but still definitely, you know, a standard size bedroom. That first one just seems really big. A nice little feel here. I do like that little chandelier light thing. And another pop-in closet right here. Lots of space there. I kind of just like the difference. It's weird how you can, now this is a 55 plus community, you can kind of just see the difference in the way they designed it, kind of for an older audience. Maybe there's older kids involved or stuff, I don't know. Anyways, so we got bathroom number 1. Now again, some people on these videos question things, like there are gonna be doors here, guys, all right? This is just for the purpose of the model and people walking in and slamming doors and crushing fingers and stuff. There will be doors on these, all right? But we do have bathroom number 1 right here. Pretty good sized secondary bathroom. You got that nice walk-in shower there with that black trim. Looks real nice. Black trim, black finishes. Got that bench in there. Really nice setup here. You do have the medicine cabinet off to the side. Yes, nice entryway as we come on further on down the house. All right, to the right here, we got like an office, den, study type thing. I'm gonna guess this could be converted to bedroom number 4. I do have the option sheet, so if you wanna know, just ask. All right, but nice little setup here. This could also maybe be like a formal dining area. You put like a big table in here, or really whatever you wanna do. I'll give you guys a feel for it. Let's go check out what's in this closet right here. Like a, I don't know, there's not really anything in there. Maybe just put your vacuum in there and brooms and stuff. Let's go this way across the hall. All right, so we got our garage access right here. We're gonna have a coat closet right as we enter from the garage. Then right here we've got our laundry room, so your washer dryer hookups. You got the shelving up top. And on this side you got your built-in cabinets. Or maybe an option for a utility sink as well. I kind of just like the entry, like you come in from the garage and everything you have is just right here. All right, then you got right here, you got a little linen closet. Let's go further on back. I kind of like what they did with this wall too. Nice little accent to this stuff. All right, anyways, we'll enter the great room now. Give you guys a nice little pan. So you got the living room, the kitchen, the dining area. A little spot for our coffee station. Loving that extended backsplash. Cabins. Really good sized island. You got the 4 seats there. kind of lights up top. And then we got our walk-in pantry, pretty good sized pantry. Over here, you're gonna have your microwave. It's all fancy now. Right? Normally, sometimes you see the microwaves hang out there, so they have these little like modern, sleek-looking microwaves here. Got the oven down here. Just a really nice feel. You kind of get a feel for what it'd be like just to hang out in the kitchen here. You got your TV set up right there. You got your stove right here, and that extended backsplash looks really nice. Dishwasher, nice big sink. And then we got our designated dining area. So obviously they got this. You could use that room off to the side over there as another dining area, or have it set up as an office or study like they've got there. Come on here and show you guys the living room. All right, so we got, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the way they set this up with like the main, I don't know, they did what they could. All right, but you got your living room here. They do have that fireplace option there. A big old TV. And these guys keep following me. All right, we'll look outside. So we do have the covered patio out here. They got that built-in barbecue. And then this does come as a blank canvas, but you see there's definitely a lot of room back here. I know a lot of people, you know, you are gonna have that community pool, but some people do want to build their own pool or have some space in the backyard. So there are some lots here that are available that are gonna have that for you. I just want to give you guys a little feel for that backyard. Let's go on and see that master bedroom now. Okay, those are kind of cool art pieces. All right, so as we get to the master bedroom, we'll start with the bathroom. So we got the master bathroom right here. All right, we do have the his and hers. So you got the one sink here, and we have the other sink over here. So separate his and hers sides. You're gonna have that soaking tub, that walk-in shower. Once again, you got that black trim going throughout the whole house, which is a really nice touch. We got our throne area over here. And then we're gonna have a nice walk-in closet. I am pretty sure I could do the spin test here. I'll do it in a second, but we do have these built-in shelves right here, which is awesome. All right, kind of awkwardly shaped, but I can kind of sort of do the spin test. Whew. All right, that's one too fast. This one was the Stella.
Next up, we're going to head over to San Jacinto, where we are going to check out a house, more of like an entry-level type home, starter home, where you're going to get a 3.99% rate on the single-story floor plan. This is going to be residence 1890. It is 1,890 square feet. You're going to have 3 beds, 2 baths. Now, this one also has a 3-car garage. So a single-story home with a 3-car garage, which is very rare in the quick, you know, I'm gonna say San Jacinto is kind of on the way up. There's lots of new build communities that have been announced and have kind of started breaking ground in this area. So definitely a city on the rise. This one right here is going to be also featured at La Ventana in the city of Winchester. So a little bit higher price point in Winchester, but also a no-HOA community there. But you're a little, you know, if San Jacinto is not your vibe, Winchester, Menifee area might be. So the same exact floor plan is available in Winchester. But in San Jacinto, this one right here starts at $547,000.
Garage. All right, well, look at this one kind of just from the exterior here. I'll give you a little taster. I got that Spanish style exterior, and that will be the garage set up right over here. I will walk on up to this one. I love the double arches they got working on this. Nice little covered porch patio type area off the front here. You can kind of just sit out and some clouds today. We got some beautiful views of the mountains out in the distance normally, but fighting the weather a little bit today. All right, but anyways, let's go in and see this thing. Come on in. And one of the things I love about D.R. Horton is that a lot of what you see in here is exactly how it comes. A lot of the other builders are gonna have like models where there's lots of like nickel and diming after the fact. These guys, it's basically what you see is what you get, you know, minus like decorative stuff like, you know, the paneling and stuff on the walls. But anyways, got a really nice hallway going straight to the back there. Love this flooring that they've got as we walk back. Let's go ahead and turn to the left first. All right, we've got bedroom number 1. They got this thing set up kind of as an office right now. This is actually pretty cool because they've got kind of like the blueprints of the different floor plans in the actual whole community here. kind of unique and cool. But it was nice to see this set up as an office. I know there's some people that would be, looking to use one of these rooms as an office. So this front bedroom's a really cool spot to put an office. You got, obviously the covered patio out there, the window looking out the front. But if you need to use this as a bedroom, this is definitely big enough there, and you see the closet there. All right, so let's keep going on. All right, next to that, we're gonna have bathroom number 1. So we got our sink, our mirror, our cabinets, and all that kind of stuff. The shower tub combo. We'll feel for that. And then across the way over here, we're gonna have bedroom number 2. All right, so decent sized secondary bedroom. Kind of got the Easter bunny set up there with that wallpaper, but really wide. I don't know if the camera's really doing it justice, but really wide here. You got this closet set up on the side there with those wooden sliding closet doors. The perfect setup for our TV and a dresser and all that kind of stuff there. Then you got this window looking off to the side of the house. A nice big mirror. All right, so let's continue down, and I'll show you this big naked hallway that you're going to get. They did a really good job decorating it. I love this giant mirror. Holy cow, that thing is sweet. We'll keep on walking, but we're going to turn. Is that the master? I think that might be the master. Hold on, we'll turn anyway. So we've got the garage here the door leading to the garage. So our garage access is going to be right here, and you would enter to this kind of hallway area. All right, but right over here, we're going to have a bedroom. And this is like a little suite type thing. Okay, cool. So this is going to be, we'll call it bedroom 3. The field there. So this is going to have like an ensuite bathroom, which I'll show you in a second. All right, so you got the guitar style room here. This is kind of cool. It's kind of private-ish, away from the other 2 bedrooms and right off the garage. Nice little motivational quote there. And you got all this space on the side. Guys, these houses have humongous lots. As I mentioned in the opening, the minimum lot is 7,200 square feet. So lots of room in the backyards here to do whatever you want. All right, and here's the ensuite bathroom here. So this is basically bathroom number 2. All right, but you got the sliding, walk-in shower there with the sliding doors. Lots of space in here, actually. Lots of space to walk around. And then obviously, there would be a door that's going to go right here and right here. All right, but across this hallway, before we get to the great room, we're gonna have our laundry room. All right, so a really good sized laundry room with the rack up top there, your washer dryer hookups. Continuing with that bunny theme here. All that stuff. And then this right here is kind of the brains of the house, wherever we can hide wires and routers and all that kind of stuff. And right here, I'm gonna guess is gonna be our coat closet. Yep, there it is. We have a little coat closet here right off the laundry room. And now we'll get to the good stuff. So walk all the way to the back, kind of like those mini vaulted ceilings with that nice wood-looking beam across the top. Just a really nice touch here. But a very open floor plan here for this great room. Give you a nice little pan. Show you everything. We'll go back to the master in a second. I just kind of want to show you what we're working with. So over here, we're gonna have our living room. I got that nice big area rug set up. Coffee table, little entertainment center. These nice windows looking out to the backyard. I'll spin this thing around for you. We'll go out to the backyard in a second, but our little designated dining area right here, kind of just off of the kitchen. And then I do love those decorative mirrors they got there. This really opens up the space and makes it, seem bigger than it probably really is. Those are awesome looking mirrors. Then of course we've got our kitchen. All right, so we got a nice island here, set up with 3 stools. All right, and the one thing to note that I always like to point out is that the island is over there. It's not eating up space over here. All right, so you're able to kind of have that open entertaining space. You can kind of huddle around the island right here, still have view of the TV and the dining area and everything. And then you can let the dishes stack back up here, in a party and whatnot. So lots of counter space, cabinets up top and below. You get a nice feel for everything over here. And then on the storage on the back side of the island. And whenever you guys come in here, all right, I already mentioned a lot of the stuff that you see here is included, all right, but you'll see what's upgraded. So if you ever come here, just look at one of these papers and it'll tell you what's upgraded everywhere. All right, here we'll go into our pantry. All right, definitely enough water to survive an earthquake or something, all right, but yeah. I've seen smaller pantries at bigger houses, so this is, this will work. let's go to the backyard and see if it's open. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. And it's locked. All right. So, but just give you some inspiration there. These do come as dirt lots, as you'll see in some of the drones that I flew up, right? Dirt lots, but you got some motivation here and some inspiration. See what you can do. Anyways, let's go on back over here and check out the master bedroom. First, we have this little like entryway, cabinet, shelf, landing area. I like the way they kind of decorated that. You got some art as we walk in. But boom, here we are, master bedroom. All right, so pretty good sized room. It smells amazing in here. This room smells different than the rest of the house for some reason, but lots of space here. You see the nightstands on each side of the bed here. Cool decorative wall there with that wallpaper. Spin it around for you. Nice, cozy feel to this bedroom. Not too big, not too small. We'll get to the bathroom in a second. And you got these windows looking out to the backyard. Up there. All right, let's go see the master bathroom. So master bathroom here, you're gonna have the his and her sinks, like the cabinets too, the coloring of the cabinets there. You have these cool little shelves too. It's a nice way to use it. So it doesn't come with the medicine cabinet, but that's a really cool thing you can do to kind of just add to the space a little bit. This nice big mirror. All right, you're gonna have this walk-in flash shower and this kind of empty area. All right, these are kind of those express series homes, so there's not really much options you can do as far as adding the bathtub and stuff, from my understanding. All right, but you could do something like this here where you can add a vanity or like a little bench area to get ready and stuff like that. All right, then over here, we're gonna have our throne area, very wide. That's the one thing I noticed right here. Very wide doorway to get to our throne area. All right, and over here, we're gonna have our walk-in closet. So lots of rack and shelf, racks to hang, shelves to fold, and do all that kind of stuff. I will kind of just give you a little taste of the hand here. So you guys are basically on one rack. I'm a little bit more than halfway. All right, so we'll kind of walk this down. All right, so pretty good amount of space in this closet. But anyways, that wraps this one up. Again, this was Residence 1890X. It's
next up, we are gonna basically wrap up this video with two townhome type houses. This first one is in Rustic Meadows in the city of Murrieta. This is a brand new townhome community that just opened up in a great location, right, very close to the freeway, right across the street from Vista Murrieta High School, which is one of the top high schools in Southern California. You're also right across the street from Costco and a big shopping center there with a Target and everything kind of all in one spot. So location wise, this is an awesome spot. So anyways, we are going to check out Plan 1 at Rustic Meadows. This is going to be a 2-bed, 2-bath townhome, 1,460 square feet, and this right here starts at $480,000. Forgot to mention though, the builder has great incentives on this one. They are offering, all right, a special incentive where you skip your first 3 payments. So the first 3 payments are out on them. So $480,000, they're making the first 3 payments. Let's go ahead and check this one out.
In. Boom. All right, so you get this little entry level area right here. So this is kind of just like one little like thing, and then you go upstairs to the living stuff. So we'll check it all out. Anyway, so right here we're gonna have a little coat closet right as you enter the property there. So just traditional coat closet. And then right here, this is locked. So it's probably another little storage closet that goes under the stairs, is what I'm guessing. But really like the way they decorated this kind of entryway. What's that? Like a little bit of paneling, accent wall type. And the art, you probably like a bench or something here too. So anyways, we'll go ahead and head up these stairs. Handrail going up too, so that's good. Landing here, and boom. Super nice. Right here, you got the same deal. You got the LVP flooring throughout. And you got a little feel here. And then one thing I want to point out is kind of just the windows here as we were walking up the stairs. You walk up here to this kind of open living area. I like the way they decorated that back wall, that giant mirror. Nice little console thing on the back side of our dining area. And it's super close to like the patio that I'll show you in a second. I'll just show you this whole living area first. All right, you got a giant island right here. It's a really good sized island with no sink in it, so really good for entertaining. You can just gather around the island and not get splashed with water from dirty dishes and stuff like that. A nice little flow to how this whole thing goes. So it's nice. I like this one because it's got, yes, it's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, their smallest floor plan, but it's got everything you need on one level. So pretty cool. Once again, lots of cabinets. And then I pointed out in the last house, they had the extended backflash. This is another one where it's kind of just what you see is what you get. So it's not that extended backflash, but it still kind of is that nice countertop there. You do have lots of cabinets, and you still have the flooring there. Nice big island here. All your stuff. More drawers and cabinets back here. And then just a really nice kind of feel for this whole living room area. And once again, they got this cool little accent wall thing here that's going to match kind of where we entered the house downstairs. All right, so you got a whole little living room area here. Once again, got the area rug, the coffee tables, all the stuff to define everything. I'm going to show you guys this giant window here. Now, guys, look at that view. Holy smokes. Yes, there will be building buildings, whoopsies, right here. It's going to be a little bit higher. But from the back side of the community, you got the elevated, unobstructed view of those hills and clouds. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, anyways, go ahead and turn this thing around, kind of show you what this looks like when you're sitting watching when I'll be watching my Vikings here getting smashed on Sunday Night Football, but you guys can watch whatever your team or your shows, your Netflix, whatever. Right here, it's a nice little spot. Let's go ahead and see the patio area out here. Up. Man, that is a view and a half right there. All right, so up here you're gonna have the covered balcony. All right, so you got nice little spots for some outdoor furniture or something here. It's a little opening, so you're not just boxed in. You got some views of stuff out this way. A little breeze coming through. Yeah, so pretty good amount of space out here. Drop my papers over here. All right, so anyways, go back. Let's see the rest of the house here. Walk on back down this hallway. To the right here, we're gonna have our laundry room. I'm not gonna put up the lights. They're doing pictures for marketing and stuff, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. But like the washer dryer hookups right here. Looks like we're gonna have the electric dryer, which a lot of the communities out here are starting to go to. With the hanging shelf up top there. And then we got this closet right here with the water heater. Keep walking down the hallway here. We got our first bathroom right here. So you got the one sink, you got the drawers, the cabinets, and there's all the stuff, all the normal stuff. Shower tub combo, towel rack. And across the way here, we're gonna have bedroom number 1. So you got the one light up there. Decent, average size secondary room. Looks like there's a lot of room at the foot of the bed right here. Nightstands on each side. You got the window looking out. And then you do have a good spot for a TV right there. They got the mirror there. A lot of these guys don't put TVs up. And then we do have a walk-in, pop-in closet, so a little bit bigger than your traditional closet that you see. And there's lots of space for hanging and all kinds of stuff. Right here we got a closet there, so like a linen closet here. That's where you approach the master bedroom. We got this little entryway before we get to the master there with, I've been doing this in a lot of their models I'm seeing, so you got those cabinets down low, a little spot to decorate there. Am I good to walk in here? Yeah. You see they're still doing some of that marketing stuff, so. The master bedroom right here. Fixture up there, you got this nice big window. And more windows there. I like the symmetry. You got 2 windows up there, you just balancing things out. And you've got this accent wall here with like the wood stuff. Nice spot for a TV there. I'm not gonna get in their way, but we got the shower there. Thought I get it for 2 seconds. And then we got the one sink there, the drawers, the cabinets, the big old mirror. We got our walk-in closet right here. Pretty good amount of space, and then kind of wraps around to these shelves that are super nice to have inside this closet. And then you got kind of the main hub of the house there. And then last but not least, I'll get your way, but they do have the bathroom in there, so just a normal bathroom. Thanks, man. All right, so that wraps this one up. Again, this was their smallest floor plan. Trying to find my paper for you guys. All right, this was the plan one. Hope I'm not too zoomed in.
Last but definitely not least, we've got something that is unheard of. All right, we are going to be at Oliva in the city of French Valley / Winchester, where we are going to be looking at a townhome starting at $399,000. Yes, you heard me right. A townhome to own starting under $400,000 in Southern California. This is bananas. All right, this is actually in the community I live. I live in the houses that are actually in this community. These townhomes are right next to the pool area that's being built. So I pass these every single day. Oh, I got another guy that wants to come in and say hi. You want to come into my video? All right, we're wrapping up. This is a little cruisy guy. We got bath time here. All right. So we've got plan one at Oliva, 3 beds, 2.5 baths. We're going to have 1,497 square feet. And like I said, this one starts at $399,000.
$8,000. So we'll get a nice little taste on the outside here of this one. I love the exterior here. So you can have kind of this style. Then you see kind of that one that's over there. That's not flipping you guys off. It's got like the Spanish style exterior there. All right, but all these houses are going to come with this little courtyard patio type thing with the vinyl fencing, your AC unit up front. A super cool vibey stuff. There's a little egg seat thing here, and you kind of sit out here and enjoy nature, the views, beautiful clouds. Yeah, this is a really cool spot. Anywho, let's go on in and see this one. Again, this is their smallest one. It's about 1,500 square feet. So all these are going to have kind of just the living area downstairs, and it's going to differ and get bigger as we go through this. All right, but you're going to have your kind of designated dining area over here, and then kind of just note the floors too, the different floors that we'll see throughout. Love those nice mirrors right there to kind of open up the space. And then you got this like textured wallpaper here, super cool. Nice artwork. Have our designated living room area right here. So you kind of got this like love seat with an ottoman type deal there. Cool little stump table thingies. The only spot to put the TV there, kind of right as you use that wall that's kind of going to the stairs are. And then we've got a really good sized island. So you got this 1,500 square foot house, and you got this nice big island downstairs that's going to fit, the 4 stools there. Now, I've been in some, bigger houses that have smaller islands. So I really love the way they laid this out downstairs, really functional to where if you had like a smaller family, maybe this is your dinner table and you use that space a little bit differently. So different things you can do there. Get the nice sink there with that upgraded faucet. Nice little pendant lights hanging down. We'll go around the back here and kind of show you the cabinets. Coffee station over here. And then I'll show you this kind of extended backsplash back there. Really nice touch, those subway tiles. Show you the backside here. So really nice, cozy living area downstairs here. Then off to the side over here, we're gonna have our pantry. Oh, we got pantry here. Pretty good sized pantry. We'll go back this way and we're gonna have our powder room. A little downstairs powder room. One thing I want to point out, some people always ask, like, hey, there's no doors. There's going to be doors here. They just don't want kids slamming fingers. So anytime I'm walking through these houses today and you see a spot where there should be a door, there's going to be a door, except for usually in the master bedroom. I'll point that out here in a second when you enter the master bathroom. But the powder room here, you've got our garage access right here. And then we got this coat closet storage area kind of under the stairs this way. So for a long day to work, you'd walk in this way from the garage and boom, kind of your setup here. All right, and maybe you go straight up the stairs like I'm about to. All right, so we'll head upstairs right now. It's kind of a cool way to decorate this big naked walls are going up the stairs. Pretty cool. Some people can put mirrors there too. That's kind of cool too. But we'll get to the top of the stairs here. More artwork. But yeah, this is kind of like a little mini workstation loft type deal I was talking about a little bit earlier. So they've got this set up as like a kids playroom art area with a TV. But as you'll see in some of the other ones, I got like ideated set up as like a workstation or something else. So you get some other motivation or inspiration as I go to the next house. But across the way up here, nice wide doorway. We got bathroom number 1, the official bathroom number 1. Here, drawers and cabinets and mirror. Shower tub combo. Off to the right over here, we're gonna have bedroom number 1. You got the flooring throughout the bedroom up here. Window looking out to the back. And just go back in this corner and kind of get you guys a feel. So this feels like it's just a standard bedroom, or a standard size bedroom, I should say. Furniture is a little bit on the bulkier side, so on the camera it might seem a little bit small. I like these mirrors to open it all up though. Pretty cool. Am I thing on? Cool. Guys, so I actually, this is my second time filming this. I filmed this whole thing back to my car, and microphone was dead, so amateur hour. So even someone who does this all the time, I was out at Mother's Day yesterday, and I brought the charger on my stuff. I was like, oh, it'll be good. It wasn't. So this this is round 2, so it's a little more. Maybe I'll go through it faster. I don't know. Anyways, we did the bathroom. Oh, I skipped this bedroom. All right, here we go. So bedroom number 2. Nice tall ceilings here, like that light fixture up there. So this is kind of our nursery setup in here, like the rug here to kind of go off that wood flooring. Window looking out to the back. And I really like that dresser down below. That's super cool. There we go. All right, so we're gonna cross over now. Before we get to the master, we're gonna have our laundry room. All right, so we have the laundry room here. You get those built-in cabinets up top, the hanging cabinets, washer dryer hookup, and these built-in shelves, which is super cool. Like that a lot. Then we go here and we enter the master bedroom. Super big room. Nice big bed, the nightstands or dressers on each side. It's the textured wallpaper too. No, not textured, but it appears textured. It's a nice little touch as an accent wall there. Spin this thing around and kind of show you what's over here. I'm liking that rug on the wood flooring to have that area rug under the bed. Nice touch. Everything there. Walk on back into the master bathroom. We got the his and her sinks with all the drawers and cabinets and all you need there. We got our shower here, the sliding glass doors. Throne area, all the normal stuff, guys. And then we've got our walk-in closet. This will be the smallest walk-in closet of the 3. I can say that now because I told you guys I already walked through all these and filmed them all. But right now, you guys are basically on one rod. It's 9 feet across, maybe. All right, so it's still probably enough space. All right, when people come out and see these closets, like, oh my gosh, this is massive. So it's probably enough space depending where you're coming from. So anyways, this right here was the plan one.
All right, guys, so that does it for our little Black Friday special. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We went ahead and retoured 8 floor plans that are available. Now, keep in mind, 6 of them are plans that are available at other communities. So if you're not, in the market for the city that I toured in that particular floor plan, 6 of them are available at other spots. So keep that in mind for sure. We toured and saw 4 model homes that are available, 4 houses that were more than $80,000 in savings, with 2 of them $100,000 or more. We got that one townhome where it's going to be 3 payments on the builder. You've got one kind of a starter home, I guess, 3.99%. That incentive there. You've got that one townhome in French Valley, Winchester area, starting under $400,000. So a little bit of something for everyone in this video. All right, and that's not all the deals that are out there. So these are just me highlighting, 8 of the deals that are out there. Actually, I had to cut some because I wanted to make this video a little bit shorter. I know this ended up being like an hour and a half ish. We'll see. We'll see what it's, where it's at when I'm done editing. But I did want to provide you guys some value toward the end of the year here. All right, there's going to be lots of deals. The builders are willing to wheel and deal as we approach the end of the year here. And if you're someone who's not, gonna buy by the end of the year, that's fine too. At least you saw some of these floor plans because these are gonna be available at other communities, as I mentioned. So anyways, if you liked anything you saw today, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is gonna be on the screen, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I'd love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's one of these communities we saw today or another one. All right, the other thing, this is a show I post every single Saturday, except for today, Black Friday special. All right, but pretty much every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff, we're entering new houses, new communities, showing you what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, YouTube is gonna put a video over this shoulder. If you like this video, you're gonna like that one too, and I'll see you in there.